We play and call it work.
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWargaming.com, and welcome to Lee's Man Cave. I'm down here because this is going to be a special unboxing video, which we don't normally do, because we got Shadow War, Armageddon, or Necromunda 2.0, or Necromunda Rebooted, however you want to look at it. But I'm going to do an unboxing right here, right now, show you everything that's in this box. You'll notice when I open it that the things have already been opened. It's because, well, we've already been playing with it, because I couldn't help it. And this video is going to focus on the components of the game, and then in the Mini Wargaming Vault at the link below, there will be a battle report. So there'll be a link right there. Now, we've already put out a couple on Saturday, as you saw, and this is currently up for pre-order, which you can go and pre-order at your local gaming store or wherever it is that you purchase your Games Workshop products. And then after you watch this, go watch the Vault Battle Report. It's such a fun game. It is so fun. So this is one of the videos that we're going to be doing to cover Shadow War Armageddon. And another video I'm going to be doing that will be posted later this week will be looking at the differences between Armageddon and Necromunda, because they didn't just copy-paste the rules. They did make some changes to kind of update it, tweak it, and then the campaign system has changed a lot too. So we're going to take a look at that in another video. So let's look inside the box. Let's open it up. So obviously this box, you can see in the back that it comes with terrain and models and rules, but easier to show than to tell. So this big giant box we get open, and now the little disclaimer here, the order in which you see this stuff is not necessarily the order that you'll see it when you open the box, because I honestly don't remember what order it was when we got it. Of course, we have our new rule book, and like I said in the other video, I'm going to go over the differences between this and Necromunda for all our Necromunda or veteran Necromunda players, because I think that'll be useful for you to be able to just jump right into it, so you know what you have to read and what you don't have to read if you're very familiar with the Necromunda rules. And so this book is just a little bit of narrative. There's not very much story. It more just sets the setting for Armageddon. And this is the Armageddon that Ghazghkull Thraka did invade and that Commissar Yarrick was for. But the story of the game Armageddon is that while the bigger battles are going on outside of the Hive City, there's a lot of different factions that have kind of made it into the Underhive. And so you're still fighting in an Underhive, just like in Necromunda. But in this case, it's on Armageddon rather than Necromunda. That's where the names of the game comes from. So I know a lot of people are confused, is this Necromunda? And the answer is yes, it is totally Necromunda. They did a great job of maintaining the old rules and doing some slight updates, and then of course introducing all the factions that we currently know and love. So it's just a few pages of the actual setting, and then it just jumps right into the rules. And just like all their rule books, it's gorgeous. And then you get your scenarios and your campaign rules, and at the very back you got your references, such as your rosters and your quick summaries for how to play the game, which is very, very handy. One thing I didn't see in here, which I would like, would be a card reference. And this might be something that we'll have to make ourselves, but that they are lacking in here. And then we have this big thing of templates, and it comes with, there's basically like a hatch one, there's like a bomb or something on the other one. We got like these loot tokens as well that you can use in the game. And then there's 4 types of tokens. We have, oh right, it came with these. Sorry, we just realized that we took something out. Well, we'll look at those in a second. We've got 4 tokens. They're front and back. So we got an Overwatch token. We got a broken token. So this is when somebody breaks, they have that token on them. And then we have the other one, which is run. Looks like a fast forward. And then this is a hiding token. So you can use those to mark who has run. Because whenever you run, it's important that you know that you can't shoot, but it's also important on your opponent's turn that they get a negative modifier to shoot at you. And so you could probably remember that you ran on your turn, but your opponent needs to remember who ran when it's their turn. So you got all these tokens, lots of them, more than you're going to need. I looked at the front and back so you don't have to worry about running out of certain ones. And you can see that we've already been using some, so I'm just going to pick those up and put them aside. You then have this fancy-dancy, I don't know if you would call it a poster, or a big flyer. You could stick it on your wall as a poster if you really wanted to. Put that aside. It has some getting started rules. I honestly didn't even bother to read these. I just dove right into the actual rule book. But this gives you like a quick start guide on how to play if you just want to jump into it without learning all of the special rules. It is not like 40K. I just wanted to put that out there. This was written back in 2nd edition 40K, so it's a lot like 2nd edition 40K. And so if you are new to 40K or have only been playing for a couple editions, or even like me, who's only been playing since 4th edition, then it's a different rule set. There's a lot of similarities, but you have to kind of put the preconceived notions of how the game works aside and make sure you read through the rules because it is very different. If you're familiar with Gorka Morka, same idea. Shadow War Armageddon, we've got, basically this is your hobby guide and putting together all the terrain, because the terrain is actually pretty sweet and very modular, as you can see here. If you saw on their site them building that massive refinery, which just looks so super cool. So I hope that they sell this terrain separate eventually, although I have to say that the majority of the box, probably the cost of the box is probably the terrain, but it'll be nice if they sell it separately, because you do have the sprues right here. This is one of the orc sprues. There's nothing new about these orcs. These are just orc boys with some of their weapon choices. There, as far as I can tell, there is nothing unique about this compared to the ones that you can already buy. And the same goes for the Space Marine sprues. It's enough to build, I think it's 10 Space Marines that it can build, although I'm seeing only 5 bodies here. You know what? It probably says it on the back of the box, because we already had them in place, so I didn't have to worry about this. It comes with a set of scenery, 21 Citadel miniatures, so 10 orc boys, including an orc knob, and 10 Space Marine scouts. Now in the game, you can easily have more than 10 orcs to start. You're allowed to make a kill team of 3 to 20, whereas the scouts are 3 to 10. But we found that when you start with 1,000 points, most of the time you ended up with 10 or less models, so that will be enough for you to get started. But if you already have existing Space Marines or scouts, well then, you're already set. It comes with templates as well, handy red templates. And this is one of the changes that I'll be talking about from Necromunda to Armageddon, is that they use these standard templates where they were different sizes in the older editions. It makes sense why they would change that. Why make it so they have to manufacture different size templates just for this one game? And then we have the awesome part. This is the modular terrain that it comes with. I know Lee is chomping at the bit to actually put some of this together, right, Lee?
No.
No. You're the one that asked me, like, you want me to put this together? Want me to put this together? And I'm like, finish those Nurgle bikers for Dave first, because he's been asking for.
I'm doing them right now.
Exactly, exactly. Here, actually, show me a Nurgle biker. Totally unrelated, but this is the bike part of the Nurgle biker that Lee is currently working on. Dave has been asking for these for how long now?
A couple months.
2 months at least.
Yeah.
But then we keep throwing other projects at you. But anyways, we have this awesome modular terrain that you can make a lot of different things out of, but essentially it's supposed to represent the underbelly of a hive and a Prometheum plant, or whatever you want to call it. And so it'll work well with the aesthetic of any other. Oh, there's your other template thing. That's the bomb thing I was talking about. But and this is the part that I want to buy multiples of. So I hope that eventually they sell this specifically separately, because I'm guessing that probably 3/4 of the price of this is just this terrain, because of just look how many sprues of terrain it is. Like it's enough to build. Here, let me see if I can get that on that picture. No. But I can see that they're going to be coming out with different products. But it's enough to build that. And that is pretty darn awesome. So I want a few of those. So we'll be eventually getting those added. We have a lot of terrain right now, so our first few Armageddon battle reports will be using our existing terrain, just because it was so easy to jump right into, because of everything that we did have. So terrain, we've got our models, Space Marines and Orcs, which in the story, there's Blood Angels and Orcs, but they also talk about Ultramarines and Salamanders. They have rules for 6 different chapters in there. And it's more about the skills that they get access to, not so much if they actually need to be there. You can really bring whatever you want. We got our templates, we got our tokens, we've got our quick start rules and how to put the terrain together, we've got our poster / advertisement, and we have our rule book. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what is in the box. So go ahead and click the link below to go and watch our battle report of Armageddon, because it's so much fun. And we're going to be covering this a lot, because it's a quick game to play, and it's fun. The campaign is fun, and it's an easy way to get your friends into the game as well. So just go check it out, pre-order it from your local gaming store or online at some other store, whatever it happens to be. Get a copy and have fun with Armageddon. Thanks for watching. Happy wargaming.